things. So I've always been a really light sleeper. I can fall asleep pretty good normally, but anything and everything would wake me up. And I would have a really hard time getting back to sleep. Really hard time. Most of the time I would be awake for hours. I maybe fall asleep for a little bit. And then if I did fall asleep, my alarm would be going off. There would be the odd times I would fall asleep, but always a very light sleeper. Ever since this whole cancer leg thing, because it's so uncomfortable and I wake up, I can go to sleep pretty quick when I take my chews and my Common Cleanse. That stuff knocks me out within 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, usually for about 15 minutes, and I'm out cold. I do wake up a lot throughout the night, only because the pain and I have to move. The leg can't sit in a certain position for too long, and then I have to move. The pain hits, it's hard, it wakes me up, and I have to move. So that happens. That would happen quite a bit throughout the night. But the good thing is, because of my sleep chews, I can go right back to sleep. So I roll over, I get comfortable, and I'm out. Even though I do wake up quite a bit, I do fall back asleep. It is all interrupted sleep, so it's not great, but at least I'm sleeping. So I tried, I slept on the grounding sheet 3 nights ago for the first time. I went down the rabbit hole of Google and everywhere else to research grounding sheets, what's best. Should I get the full sheets? Should I get the mat? Should I get the half sheet? There's quarter sheets. There's pillow. There's so many things, different prices. It's not cheap. So you basically just have to figure out the best choice for you and what you want to pay for, that kind of thing. I've read a lot about it, and I realized that I don't need a full bed sheet. It can be just a quarter sheet, as long as, you know, there's part of your body that is touching it. It's got to be skin to skin. That's the best. It'll still work if it's not skin to skin, but it is recommended to be skin to skin. That's how it will work the best. So I bought the quarter one. It's pretty good size, quarter. I have it across the whole bed. So this might all be in my head. I don't know. But when I did first lay on it for the first time, I did feel something. I don't know what it was. It was tingly, not tingly. I can't describe it exactly as to what it was. But I did feel something. Like I'm saying, it could all be in my head. I have no idea. So what happened, I still took my chews and my Common Cleanse at night. So I usually take the Common Cleanse just before I go upstairs. And then I get ready for bed and then sit on the bed and I take the chew. And then I lay down and within 15 minutes I'm out. So I did that. I laid down. Now normally what I do at night when I go to bed, I still try and exercise my leg, or not exercise it as much as stretch it. So I use my other leg to kind of bend my knee in. And I do that kind of, I push it out, bend it in, push it out, bend it in until I fall asleep. Usually I try to make sure that my leg is out when I go to sleep. So I got in, I started with the leg and I pushed it in. I'm not kidding. I don't remember anything after that. Except for waking up at, I think it was about 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't really look at the clock. I had the most excruciating pain wake me up. Insane. I had to do everything possible not to just scream. But it woke me up. My leg, because I bent it and I bent it pretty good just before I fell asleep, that's how I fell asleep. And my leg was stuck. And we know what's happening with my leg bent. I lose circulation, blood flow, it goes cold. I'm cutting off arteries with my scar tissue and inflammation when I do that. So I woke up in the most horrific pain. I could not move. I couldn't move my leg. I rolled my body over, but I couldn't roll my leg over. It was like dead weight, like it wouldn't move. So I had to use my other leg to try and straighten it very slowly, gradually, straighten it. I finally got it straightened out, and it took me a while still to roll over. And I had to lay there for a bit just breathing because the pain was insane. So the good thing is I was out cold. I slept all night. I didn't wake up till that time. Bad thing is it was bent. It can't be bent when that happens. So that was the great thing. I actually did sleep. So next night, it took me a little longer to fall asleep, but I don't think I woke up. at all. I made sure my leg was straight when I woke up, or when I fell asleep, or when I was falling asleep. I probably moved it, and I'm sure, I don't know if I moved around either. I woke up in the same position. I might have not, I have no idea, but I slept like a log. I woke up at 5:30. I usually get up at 6. I woke up at 5:30. I looked at the clock and I thought, wow, okay, this is amazing. I actually slept without waking up at all. I rolled over and I went back to sleep, and I woke up at 6:15. So that was the night before. Last night. So I don't know what I did to my leg yesterday afternoon. I exercise it kind of all day long. I have my exercises that I do, the main ones, 3 times a day with the bike, with all the exercises with the stretching. But then as I'm sitting on the couch with my leg, I do stretching and lifting and bending, and I'm constantly doing something with it so that it keeps going. Bad thing is I have to keep exercising it and doing all these things to help the scar tissue to break down. But the more I do that, the worse the inflammation, the swelling, the lymphatic system problems happen. So I swell worse. But I have to keep doing it. I have to keep doing both until it starts regulating itself. So I don't know what I did yesterday, because Kelly and I went to Walmart to do a quick shop. I brought my cane and I held onto the cart. I was very slow moving, but it was still a big space. By the time I got to the till, I was done. I just wanted to sit down and put my leg up. I could barely make it to the truck. I got it into the truck, and obviously leg is somewhat bent in the truck on the way home. I got home, I put my leg up, and I sat there for a little bit with the leg elevated. I went to get up and I literally almost fell flat on my face. I couldn't put any pressure on the leg. The shooting pain that went through from my knee all the way up the thigh. It's actually the inside of the thigh and into my crotch and groin area. It was, I couldn't put any pressure on it. I could barely walk. The pain was insane, and from then on it wouldn't stop. So by 8 o'clock I was going to bed. Went to bed, barely made it up the stairs. I literally crawled on the steps. I got ready for bed, did everything, and I was in bed by 8 o'clock. It took me a while to fall asleep because I just couldn't get comfortable. When I put pressure on it, that's when it hurts the most. But without the pressure, I could still feel the pain. It was still there. It wasn't as bad as when I put any pressure on it or when I moved my leg, but just like today. But it was still there. So every time I had to move, it would really hurt. Like it bothered. It shoot the pain right through. But I fell asleep eventually. I might have woken up a couple times. I think I did, just because of the pain to roll over. But I must have been out like crazy right after. So, and I didn't wake up till 6 fully, like 6 o'clock, and I was awake. So again, it's really helping me sleep so far. I don't know if it's doing anything else, but I got to tell you all the benefits, proven benefits that they talk about for grounding. So reduced inflammation, more restful sleep, totally. Reduction in chronic pain, improved blood flow, everything that I need actually. Reduced stress, anxiety, increased calmness, reduced electromagnetic interference, normalized cortisol rhythms, increased energy, improved mood, decreased muscle tension, reduction in PMS symptoms, reduced headaches, speeds up wound healing, which is awesome too. Slows free radical damage associated with skin aging. Who doesn't want that, right? Reduced muscle soreness, alleviation of arthritic symptoms, improves posture, stabilizes blood pressure, less wakefulness during sleep, reduced time to fall asleep, enhanced digestion and metabolic function, reduction of facial puffiness, enhanced nutrients absorption, balanced hormonal rhythms, improved cardiovascular health, improved in HR, heart rate variability, enhances detoxification process, speeds wound healing, and balances bone calcium metabolism. So there is so many benefits with these grounding things you can get and use, and I had no idea. Like I said, I went down the rabbit hole of Google after it was suggested to me, and I thought, why not? Like, there's so many things that I need right now from this. and I'm hoping it's doing all the other things. Right now, I know the sleep is great. The pain in my leg could be from that. Like maybe there's something that it's changing, it's doing, and that's why it's caused whatever's happening. Who knows? And it might get better, or I just overdid it yesterday. Whatever I did, but it's an incredible thing, and there should be more about this. Like there should be more that we're told. Doctors should be telling us this. We just need to know more about it. But if you've never researched it, if you've never looked into it, you don't need the most expensive. If you can't afford it, but you want something, there are different price ranges. And like I said, I got the quarter sheet, and it goes on your bed. It plugs into the wall. Easy peasy, like no worries. And it still works like it's supposed to. So I just wanted to share that. There's actually one more thing that I noticed, but I'm going to give it a few days. Few days before I actually talk about it, if I talk about it, if this is part of it, because it's started actually the first night or the morning when I woke up. But I'm not sure if that was because of that, or it could be something completely different. I have no idea. But I'm going to wait in a few more days and see if it's still happening, because it is still happening. So I just want to kind of wait, because it might be TMI, too much information for you guys. But I just, you know me, I'm real, I'm honest, I share the information, whatever it is. So if it's still going on, I'm assuming it's because of this. But yeah, so far, just the sleep is incredible. And I just have to remember not to bend my knee when I fall asleep, or I'll be awake screaming. So anyway, that's just what I wanted to talk about. Like I said, there's lots of different kinds. Do your research. You don't need the biggest, the most expensive. Honestly, you don't. There's lots of options to choose from, and so many benefits, incredible benefits. Anyway, I hope you get something out of this. It was great talking to you, and bye.